Phil, and y'all are just talking.
Fuck Dylan Danis.
Yeah, fuck.
How's that?
Yeah, that's
For the record.
Y'all were talking about Dylan Danis?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay. We're not going to talk. Okay, good.
No, we're not
That's
going
fine.
to discuss anything about.
That's fine.
It would be in misjustice to take any more time than I already have on Dylan. Danis.
Misjustice.
I'd like to take
What
this
did I say?
time.
Did I say that right?
Marty has something to say.
I'd like to take this time. 3-on-3 tournament is live. Registration is live for Barstool Bench Mob.
Yeah.
There's March 15th. If you do 6 teams, 6 people on your team, it's like $80. It's very cheap. You get a throwback jersey of Duke, UNC, Syracuse, whatever one you get. 3 games guaranteed, 2 meals, and some free drinks at the bar after.
2 meals.
Yep.
You get
like
3.
that?
You get 3 square meals a day in prison. You get 2 at the
2.
bench mob tournament.
Yeah, it's only $80.
Where's it going to be?
Basketball City in the city.
In Manhattan.
Yep.
And there's going to be Barstool people there. Crumb Bums playing, correct?
Yep, we got a Barstool team. I believe I'll be playing. Do you want to play?
You invited me before. I was very
know.
excited.
You said
yes.
no. Right?
Well,
You're gonna come though?
what do you mean? What do you mean? I say no? I
you
said
said
I'll go
no.
out there. I'll give a college effort.
Oh, let's go. All right, Smitty's playing.
and I
you're
can't
not
put
gonna
up
play.
20 and 10 anymore.
Would you
but-
play, or at least be a part of it?
When have I ever said no to anything?
Basketball? You played Tristan, lost.
I was helping her launch a show.
Would you play? Would you come though?
I'm not in any shape. I could be a 6 guy.
Why don't you get?
You want to play?
Well, you didn't ask anybody. Yes,
Yeah,
Smitty
I didn't
first.
ask. I've
Okay,
asked-
Brandon Walker. How about this?
Yes,
How about,
Smitty
how
first.
about,
Look at him. He can't play basketball.
how about we get a reject team?
You want a reject team?
You, me, Big Cat.
We'll do a reject team.
Something like that.
I said
I like how he
I've
asked
only
Big Cat
asked-
because he wants somebody to pay for it.
I've only asked 2. I think I've asked Smitty. I think I asked Pat and Dana. Pat and Dana, 2 people that still actively play basketball, and I have no one else.
Pat actively plays. Dana doesn't actively play.
Well, he Dana still got it.
He
you know?
actively tweets about being a double-double.
The
Regardless-
amount of brain power that's actively used for his high school days, he still basically plays.
Before we go
Yeah.
any further, I got to tell you, the NASCAR season is back this Sunday. Huge event, the NASCAR Busch Light Clash at the LA Coliseum this Sunday, February 6th at 6 p.m. Eastern Time on Fox. Barstool NASCAR, we go back a long way, and the NASCAR season is finally here, and it is one of the most historic venues in America. NASCAR has built a track inside the LA Coliseum. I'm anxious to see what that looks like. That's going to be something. Their best drivers, NASCAR's best drivers, ready to start the season in the biggest way at one of the most iconic venues in the world. They've transformed the inside of the LA Coliseum into a quarter-mile short track in the middle of Los Angeles. 150 laps, 23 drivers, all vying to be the first ever Clash champion in LA. It's also the premiere of the NASCAR new next-gen car. So we got a new next-generation car coming around for NASCAR. It's a new season, new venue, new car. I don't know about you, but I think it's pretty cool to witness such an iconic event this Sunday in LA. So you have to watch this race. The action is unpredictable. The first time edge-of-your-seat action you can only imagine. Again, the NASCAR Busch Light Clash at the LA Coliseum, Sunday, February 6th at 6 p.m. Eastern Time on Fox. It will be one for the history books.
And this is Pick Central, presented by NASCAR.
This is Pick Central presented by NASCAR.
Love it.
I'm going to Daytona 500, and I can't wait. Never been to a NASCAR event, so
So
go watch
I've
this
always
one.
heard this about hockey. I haven't been to a hockey game yet, but in my experience, NASCAR is one of the sports that is so much better in person than on TV. You can't even imagine it. Watching it in person is an assault on the senses. It gets you going. Like, watching NASCAR in person is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Watching on TV is fine, and it's good. But and I've always heard this about hockey. Hockey's so much better in person than on TV. I watch hockey on TV. I don't love it, but that's
No,
the same
hockey's
for NASCAR.
arguably the
Can
best sport to
confirm.
watch.
I think it's
live.
the funnest sporting event to go to.
I think
Most fun.
I would like to see y'all. I'd like to see y'all report back when you go to Daytona because it's
Yes, I can't wait to
it's
go.
something the fuck else. And Daytona, like the airport's right by the fucking track. Like you land and you look down in the track, and it's
I
So
heard
it's
here's
a
a
good
question.
scene out there.
Here's a question about Daytona 500. Obviously, it's the kickoff. It's the most famous NASCAR race, even the outsiders. Is it corporate there, like the Super Bowl for the
No,
crowd,
no,
or
no,
is
no,
it just
no.
straight NASCAR?
It's,
like
I mean,
good
there's
time?
some corporate there, but it's mostly just NASCAR
Okay,
dudes,
that's
man.
good.
Yeah.
I think like that one, like there's nothing around the Daytona place besides the the track,
Yeah.
and like the party is in the infield. Like all the events are just in the infield, so it's supposedly
Not
crazy.
really in the there's a lot of events in the infield, but as far as the party, like they'll start 3 or 4 days out, and it'll be just parties all around the whole
Surrounding
thing.
it. Yeah.
All right, we have a Super Bowl, boys. We have a Super Bowl. Super Bowl 56. Is it 56? I think it's 56.
Well, the Eagles won 52.
All right, don't care about that
Super
at
Bowl
all.
52 champs.
I think it's Super Bowl 56. Anyway, we have a Super Bowl in LA in
Nick
2
Foles
weeks,
MVP.
and is the Los Angeles Rams, and then you threw him away like yesterday's garbage.
No.
Yeah, you did.
No, he left to free agency and got a bag, which he earned at
The Los Angeles Rams and the Cincinnati Bengals, and
Tom Brady, only quarterback to throw for over 500 yards and still lose. Just throwing that out there.
I was actually excited you were going to be here today because I know, like, there's some days I don't know if you're going to be here. You're here about 60% of the time, about 3 out of 5 days. I think that's fair.
Think 3
fair
or
to say.
4, yeah, that's
Yeah, so you're here about 3 to 5 days, and you know how I knew you were going to be here today?
How?
Andy Reid lost yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Andy.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about
We'll
that.
get into that.
Andy Reid lost yesterday.
Some banana stats involving Andy Reid. Great coach, better guy, but whoa.
Andy Reid had a 21-3 lead, then had a 21-10 lead at the 1-yard line late in the second quarter.
How about that play going into halftime? Could have been 28-3.
That's when I was 21-10 at that point, but yeah, it could have been 28-10.
Yeah, 28-10.
Could have been 28-10, and at the least it could have been 24-10.
Should have been 24.
And they were getting the ball.
I don't hate the play.
They were, yeah.
I don't hate the play.
I don't
hated
blame
the play
Andy
call. I hated the execution.
I don't
Patrick
blame Andy
Mahomes
Reid.
didn't do better.
I blame Patrick Mahomes. You can't throw that ball.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Sure.
Ball's got to be in the end zone.
Like, you believe in the quarterback. They just had a play that took 4 seconds, right? And that you
Where
can,
he was smart about it.
right. You
He threw it away early.
You can throw it in there, and you can save yourself. So Patrick Mahomes says, "Give me one more shot." All right, you're my guy. You're the fucking MVP. You're the face of the league. Take your shot. And he throws a flat route that has no chance.
Yeah.
And that's just I don't know who called a flat route to Tyreek Hill. Get him in the end zone.
Andy Reid.
But yeah, that was a time where I've got a lot to say about Patrick Mahomes because I think Patrick Mahomes is one of the greatest quarterbacks in the game today. I don't think there's any question about that. But at some point, he's going to face some legacy questions. He's won one. He's still young as fuck.
25.
He's 25.
Most AFC championship losses ever.
And he's going to face some legacy questions. But here's my thing. I think he's kind of fundamentally changed the way he's played for the worse. He has fallen in love with his legs and his scrambling ability, and he's not just pulling the ball and just throwing the ball. He's not trusting his arm to go downfield. If they're covered even a little bit, he's scrambling around and running, and the Bengals figured that out, and they started putting 8 back, and he's not trying to fit in the tight windows anymore. Instead of tight windows, he's using his legs, and he's scrambling, and it's not good.
Well, not only did the Bengals figure that out, it's one of the biggest flaws in Andy Reid, and I saw this for over a decade, is halftime adjustments. And he cannot change mid-game. And the Bengals figured him out mid-game, and he just stuck to his guns. Pre-game, give him a bye week, he's fucking the greatest.
Yeah.
The greatest thing ever. But halftime and then on, Andy Reid, it's abysmal. It's abysmal. It's always been that way.
But Mahomes has Travis Kelce, he has Tyreek Hill. He has guys that will make plays.
But he almost wasn't able to do anything out there, too.
I think he could have done something like that. The third down when they were going in to either win the game or kick a field goal, it was 3rd and goal at the 9. Okay, and they showed he ended up scrambling, and got sacked at the 25 and fumbled. Right, they showed that from his viewpoint. Like there were guys relatively open. I mean, they were wide open, but you can make that throw. Patrick Mahomes can make that throw, and instead he just trusts his feet, and almost blew the game right there.
Well, you got to think too, like the halftime adjustments thing, literally identical to what happened the first time they played.
Mm-hmm.
Like both times they moved the ball a ton in the first half, scored a ton. They held them to 3 in that game, and I believe held them to 3 in
They
this
were
game.
up 11 in both games.
In the second half, it held them to 3 points, I believe, in each in the second half. So I mean, the adjustments is first hit. I agree, but there is it's just crazy to see that they never at any point were able to like make any sort of like readjustments to the Bengals adjustment. Like it was just the same thing. They just 3 and out, stop. Like it wasn't even like they were like moving the ball. Like they just were like 3 and outs, just not moving, just getting nothing.
How much has the world changed on Tony Romo? Like he was God's next greatest thing when he started. Now he sucks. He's just a cocky piece of shit. But
I thought that last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter was one of the worst announcer performances I've ever seen.
But he was right about that play before halftime.
No, he was right.
Yeah.
It was funny. During the stream, I said we should have an over-under of how many times people say, shut up, Tony, because it was a lot.
And Jim Nantz was bad. Like, that whole announcing thing was bad. Now, here's my thing about Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow's going to get all the credit because quarterbacks do. And Joe Burrow is that dude. He's got that swagger about him. He makes plays. He's with Chase. Like, he's a very good quarterback. But that game was won by that defensive adjustment. That defense just choking them out the way they did.
Yep.
And then B.J. Hill with the interception and gave him the short field when they really, really fucking needed it.
I'm happy you said that because, again, this is not me hating on Joe Burrow because everyone loves Joe Burrow right now, and I do love him, and he's played great. But the defense, 1,000% won. Joe Burrow did what he had to do. He didn't play amazing.
Right.
Like, Josh Allen played
Didn't
amazing.
give the ball up.
Right.
Like, what Josh Allen did, that was like, holy fuck. That was all him. Joe Burrow did what he had to do, and he did great, but the defense is completely what won that game.
Yeah, I think, he got it to – it was 21-3. He got it to 21-13. That's when the defense gave him the short field when B.J. Hill had the tip interception and gave it to him at like the 20.
Yep.
And then he cashed that in. They got the 2-point conversion.
Which he made a great throw on that third down to Chase.
Yeah, no, Joe Burrow's a very good quarterback, but I think if you're telling the story about the Super Bowl Bengals, I think you start with the defense from yesterday.
I mean, Joe Burrow made a couple plays with his feet where he escaped
the
pressure. That was pretty fucking amazing.
The Chris Jones one was crazy.
It's fantastic. Yeah, where he escaped Chris Jones twice.
On like third and longs.
He had a 3rd and 7, 3rd and 9 on the same drive. Yeah, and I think that was the field goal drive that ended up putting him over up 24-21. And that game flirted with really pissing me off. When it was like 11 minutes left, 12 minutes left, Joe Burrow gets the ball, and we're promised a fourth quarter shootout. He takes a long drive, gets a field goal. Then Mahomes has that long drive, and we almost never see Burrow again. That would have sucked.
Yeah.
If they'd have won in overtime again,
I kind of like. I'm happy the Bengals won. It's a nice little change up, but like I kind of wanted them to win in overtime, so we had that.
Dude, if the Chiefs would have won on that coin flip again, they'd be the most hated team for like not their fault reason.
But what's
in the history of the game?
What's amazing is like Patrick Mahomes, right? Like I've already said, he'll face some legacy questions. He was bad in the second half. Then he ends up leading the field goal drive. They get the coin flip, and his next possession is god awful. It is fucking awful. Like he threw an odd lob pass, and then he threw one that should have been picked, didn't get picked, and then he threw one that was picked. Yep. Like he was awful.
Yeah, it was brutal.
Because even the one that you said they got picked, like that's a forced throw into double coverage.
Right.
Like, it was not like a.
It was perfect coverage.
Like the guy, he made a great play on the ball. He put his hand right between Tyreek Hill's hands, like knocked it out.
Best case scenario is incomplete
Von Bell,
pass.
who picked it off, was also literally right there.
Yeah. Yeah, best case scenario was that ball falls harmlessly and you punt. But they didn't, and now the Bengals are going to the Super Bowl. Now, I get scared of, I always do this, of a Dan Marino situation. Dan Marino in his second year broke every quarterback record and was the new thing. And they ended up going to the Super Bowl in his second year, and he lost. And it was like, it's okay. He'll get back plenty of time.
Who did he lose to in '84?
The Niners.
Niners?
Joe Montana.
Gotcha.
He lost to the Niners, and, it's okay. He'll get back, and he never got back. Now, I'm not saying Joe Burrow's never going to get back. He might have 10 Super Bowls in his career, but you got to win them when you can get there.
Oh, yeah.
And I think the Bengals can win it.
I think they can, too.
They definitely can. I don't think it'd be crazy to say not to, but it is cool this Super Bowl because it's like, all right, you got a team that they built themselves, like it was drafting all this, and then the Rams just bought. So it's fantastic.
You know who's the biggest loser out of yesterday's game? Marvin Lewis and Andy Dalton.
Yeah, I guess.
That 10 plus years for Marvin
just
Lewis.
weren't those guys.
Not one playoff win. Joe Burrow and Zach Taylor come in and they just go to the Super Bowl second year.
Crazy. I mean, they had, like the Bengals had like a good team.
Oh, the Bengals.
They were consistently okay.
Yeah, the Bengals have been close a couple times too. At least
well, they
didn't win
one a playoff
but they've been close. They've had. Were they number 1 seed when Pittsburgh came in to beat them?
Well, Carson Palmer got hurt. That was like their one quote unquote chance.
That's right. Yeah.
But
and the Jeremy Hill fumble game. I feel like that was the real like. They obviously lost a lot of them.
But they never won one.
But I'm saying that one always sticks out to me. They literally had the ball to run the game out.
I just don't get why people don't like the Rams. I know they bought their team, they traded for their team, whatever. I like a lot of those plays.
I got to say this about the Rams and the Bengals. If the Rams wear the right ones, far and away the two best helmets in football.
Weird matchup though.
No.
Weird. The Bengals.
weird
the Bengals is
color-
far and away.
color
Yeah, I
matchup.
don't like the Rams uniforms at all. And then those,
The helmets, the old school yellows.
no,
I
like them.
love them. If
They
they
don't do
wore
it
the
for me.
old school, the Eric Dickersons, I love those uniforms. And the Bengals, we don't talk about it enough. Best helmets in football, college, pro.
They're good.
They're the best helmets in football.
Very good.
49ers are pretty good too.
49ers got good helmets,
Yeah,
but not as good as the
I
Bengals.
like the Bengals helmets. But why do people don't like the Rams?
I don't think people don't like the Rams.
I think people are indifferent about it. Their own
Uh,
fucking fan base is indifferent about them. It was a 49ers game.
Well, they don't have a
yesterday.
fan base.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's fine, but it's just like I mean, I love Odell. Cooper Kupp, I love.
All right. Let's take this point by point, because you just mentioned Odell. This guy's playing out of his mind again. This guy,
Shout out.
he has emerged as a legit number 2. Like, you got the best receiver in football on one side, and then you got Odell, who is just as talented.
Can be a
Like,
one on any other team.
I mean, they got those two weapons are incredible right now. And Odell, for everything that people say he's a diva or people say whatever, he's just balling his ass off right now.
You know who we got to thank? His dad.
Dad.
Why is that?
Because his dad he made that highlight tape of basically all the times that he was wide open that Baker missed him.
Yeah.
It was. I was thinking about that earlier too, because obviously the
I love it.
it's great.
I love it. That is such a high school
Yeah.
pee-wee football move.
But then it's like,
and it works.
Here he is.
Yeah.
And the Browns are in the dumpster right now, and here he is playing the Super Bowl. But I was thinking about it too with certain things like that where he kind of like forces his way out.
Yeah.
And I think we always love trashing guys for doing stuff like that. And it came to my mind too with the Rivers Eli thing comes up again just because the Big Ben thing, and people like the Eli haters are gonna be like, oh, like the Eli doing the thing where obviously he didn't want to go to the Chargers. I don't think we ever come back and give people credit for forcing those hard decisions and then
Right.
them being clearly the right move.
Yeah,
Like
no,
with
you're
Odell,
right.
like clearly he was in an awful situation. Things were getting just worse and worse and worse since he left the Giants. And then this clearly has turned out to be a great move. It literally resurrected his whole career.
Well, it's very similar. Now, hopefully it doesn't end the same way, and there's no reason to think it will. Like, AB kind of forced his way out of Oakland last year and flamed out there, and then he ended up catching on with Tom Brady and the Bucs and winning a Super Bowl and being a key part of the Super Bowl.
Randy Moss forced his way out of Oakland.
That's true. And then obviously AB ended the way it did, but OBJ right now has put himself in a position. Now, I'm almost certain with the timeline. I don't even think I have to look. He definitely – this is his first Super Bowl, right? He wasn't on – he's too young to be on those Giants.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
way after.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got drafted like 2014.
Yeah.
2014? Was it that late? I thought he was
Yeah,
like
no, it
12
was
or 13.
2014.
Him and Aaron Donald, I believe, were the same
Yeah,
one.
it was the Nelson Aguilar draft, I believe.
I love Eagles fans know
They know the
exactly
drafts.
exactly what year based on which bad receiver they drafted.
Yeah.
You got the the Jalen Reagor draft,
Oh, yeah.
the Arcega Whiteside draft. Is that, yeah, okay, all right. All right, any more? Done.
Who was that bum that was drafted in the first round that shit was projected to draft third, the linebacker from like 3 years ago? I forget who it was. He didn't
Anyway.
even sniff the field.
Anyway, Rams 20, Niners 17. Either one of those teams could have won that game.
for sure.
And like Rams did winning it, but I was taken aback when I watched Joe Burrow, what he did in the fourth quarter of games this year. Pat Mahomes last week in the fourth quarter, Josh Allen in the fourth quarter, and then Jimmy G gets the ball down 3 with 2.5 minutes left and unleashes the worst quarterbacking I have ever seen in my life.
He is one of the most interesting quarterbacks in the world because you can't say he's bad. You can't.
He doesn't beat you.
But he gets close.
Right.
He can beat you, but when
He usually beats you.
When it gets to the where it
No,
really
he doesn't
matters.
beat you if you're the Niners. He doesn't get you beat. If he's your quarterback, he doesn't get you beat.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yes.
But you can only speak of the situation he's in right now.
He also doesn't win you games.
Usually not, no.
He's a
But
manager.
he keeps you there.
I'll tell you that, but the Week 18 game, like that, just that drive, he kind of won them that game.
Yeah.
Like, he led him straight down the field with a lot of his arm.
Don't y'all feel bad? Shouldn't Debo Samuel get to go to the Super Bowl?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like,
He should.
Oh, man.
at what point are you giving Kyle Shanahan kind of the Andy Reid treatment? He's now been involved in like the biggest collapse in
I don't-
Super Bowl history.
I don't think you can.
In fourth quarter.
This team, I don't think this team.
This team was worse than the Rams.
Getting this
talent-wise,
team
going
to
in.
this point
Yeah.
was incredible.
Yeah, they
I mean, they were
overachieved
down
for
17-0 in Week 18 where they wouldn't have made the playoffs, so they don't win the game.
Yeah. Still up 10 points in the
I
No,
just,
for sure, for sure.
fourth quarter.
I just want the guy. I just want the guy to get a quarterback. I just want that guy.
Yeah,
to get a
straight
quarterback.
Lance.
But see, that's the thing. If Trey Lance doesn't work out, that's totally on him.
I had guys on Twitter. I had
When
fans.
has a quarterback taken high from North Dakota State not worked out?
Oh, you're just full of Eagles angst today, aren't you? You're just.
It's a fair question.
You're just cooking with fucking grease over there, aren't you? I had guys on my Twitter yesterday saying that the GM who's GM of the Niners? John Lynch? Is that John Lynch?
Yeah.
John Lynch and Shanahan should be fired because if they came into this game having drafted Jamar Chase, they go to the Super Bowl. And that is right, probably, but still,
But
nah. They did everything they could to get to this point.
yeah.
I guess I don't know. I don't like takes like that because I just think they like just being like, oh, like if they just did this, they'd be in the Super Bowl. I think you're just throwing like Super Bowl
You
appearances.
also didn't
out.
know how Jamar
just like
Chase
throwing him out like your Oprah. So,
would've
oh,
been
you would
that
if you did this,
We
you'd be in
often
the Super Bowl.
Also, Joe Burrow getting the ball to Jamar Chase is a lot different than Jimmy Garoppolo getting the ball to Jamar Chase.
Very true.
We
That's
often
part of my point.
like to say, this team should have drafted this guy. Well, the reason Jamar Chase is such a great fit is he got to go to Joe Burrow.
I'll put it like this.
Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase.
He
fit
does
together.
not have 1,450 receiving yards this year if his quarterback's
Yeah.
Jimmy Garoppolo. That's a fact.
No, that's absolutely a fact. And Joe Burrow doesn't have a team in the Super Bowl if they don't draft Jamar Chase.
Very true.
So it
That's
worked
very
out.
true.
It worked out for everybody.
I'm happy for Matt Stafford
Yeah,
I
it's
am
good.
too.
because it showed like it was like everyone was kind of it was this or he finally has a real team. Can he get it done? He's gotten it done. Like I don't even
Boy,
care.
he tried to blow it though.
He tried to blow it. He tried,
Yeah.
but he's.
I mean, he threw a punt.
Yeah.
He
No,
threw a punt.
that was an atrocious throw.
That was one of the worst
100%.
throws I've ever seen, and he threw it
Without
in the fourth quarter of a playoff
for
game.
sure.
First of all, I really like your sweater going on. It's very holiday.
Thank you.
Even though we're in February, congratulations on it.
It's January 31st, and Jesus still exists in
You're
January.
wearing a lot of colors.
You are.
Yeah.
I mean it's got fire.
It announces
That's
my
right.
presence with authority. What's
Exactly. Second of all, one last quick note on Andy Reid. Just throw these.
up?
stats
Nobody
out.
was talking about Andy
Oh,
Reid.
yeah, that was, nope.
Nobody was talking about Andy Reid.
That's why you have to change the subject real quick. 5 straight AFC championship games, 1 ring, and that's after 4 straight NFC championship games, going to 1 Super Bowl, and then another loss in an NFC championship game. I mean, I don't even know how to describe that. It's a great coach. That is a great, amazing coach. The fact that you can get to that point and fail consistently like that.
We're going to talk about that. Let me read this cuts ad because it
Okay,
actually is
not
a
about
good
your
point.
sweater.
There was something I wanted to bring up. Go ahead.
It is a good point. Let me read this. We got to get it. How many do I have today? Oh, I've already read NASCAR. There's already a lot on our minds, boys. A lot on our minds. The last thing we want to do is spend too much energy on what to wear. Clearly, I'm not doing it. Cuts Clothing has perfected the art and science of men's shirts so you can throw one on and look great without ever thinking twice about it. Every Cuts shirt is designed for a modern tailored fit, and they're insanely comfortable. Plus, Cuts has all the essentials for looking sharp like tees, hoodies, polos, and more, so you can stop bouncing between brands to shop for different shirts. Cuts has totally revolutionized the traditional outdated t-shirt category. They make it easy to mix and match styles and colors so he can find the perfect style, he being you. Long sleeve Henley, no problem. Short sleeve crew neck, they've got it. Join hundreds of thousands of men. It says guys, but I'm going to say men. Because we're fucking men on this show, are we not, boys?
Yes, sir.
We're fucking men. Do you think, out of the 4 of us, which one of us can successfully do our taxes? I can. Can you do your taxes?
I had someone do it.
Me?
My dad did my taxes.
Join
like
hundreds
2
of
years ago
thousands
until he
of
was
boys who have made the simple decision to elevate
Might
their
be
wardrobe
jail.
with Cuts. Get 15% off your first order by going to cutsclothing.com/picks. That's CUTSclothing.com/PICKS picks for 15% off the only shirt worth wearing.
And just for the record, that was me questioning, scoffing at the idea of me doing them, not voting for myself.
Okay.
Within a record.
Oh, I got the scoff. By the way, before we go any further, we're going to get back to the Andy Reid point.
No, I'm done with my.
No, I
Andy
want to talk about Andy Reid
Yeah.
because
No,
it is
I-
worth talking about.
Okay, for the record, I'm done talking about.
You know
Andy
good
Reid.
and goddamn well you're not done talking about Andy Reid.
I got my points.
You know
across.
good and
That's it.
hell well you're not done talking about Andy Reid. We're going to talk about him in a second.
Great coach, better guy.
We are down to the last day of an exciting race. Big Ev has catapulted himself in, as he always does. You think these people know? You think Mintz and Megan know we're not doing it for $1,000 anymore?
Does Big Ev know that?
You didn't get $1,000 for December, did you?
Yeah, I did.
You did?
Yeah, I had to shake Wesley down myself. But yeah.
Oh, I had. Okay, well,
Oh, so it's off? It's off.
it was for football season. It was for college football season.
Damn.
Oh, that.
All right, maybe I can squeeze one more out, but
No.
Whoa,
well, no,
no,
we've been
that's
playing all month on the interpretation.
no, you
Yeah.
haven't. I mean, Whatever.
I got it last month.
It's fine. Whatever, y'all.
I will say this: if Brandon
Hand to
Walker
God, I
was
thought
not
we were playing for
negative
this money.
30 units right
If y'all-
now, there would be $1,000 on the
If
line.
y'all want to talk to Westy, talk to Westy.
Hand to God, I thought we were playing for money. this month.
I announced when we
The
started.
truth.
I think so did everybody. Did you?
I announced when we started. It was
No,
going through
I
December.
obviously did, but I don't. I mean, hey,
TJ? Za? Was this
Nobody
first
said anything
announced
to
now?
me.
All right.
Min-
Whatever.
Mintz is gonna flip the
how
fuck
about,
out
wait,
if he
how
doesn't get
about-
$1,000
yeah, I
and he
mean,
wins.
Jesus, man, we didn't give him one parlay. Also, he tried to.
Also,
he
yeah,
tried
if you didn't
pulling
get two of the
something again,
parlays.
bro.
What did he try to pull?
He tried pulling something again.
He's sneaky. He's sneaky.
Arizona.
asshole.
I sent it to Big M.
God, yeah,
He tried to.
he's-
He said, "Oh, I put $10 in Arizona."
State
Arizona
against
State money line plus 1,100.
I think it was 1,500.
Tied at halftime.
Yeah.
He didn't tweet it at all.
It was 1,500. I
Whoa!
remember the tweet.
And also, we're doing live bets now. I thought live bets weren't
No,
allowed.
no,
I
no
wouldn't
live
have.
bets.
I
He wasn't making a live bet. He
was.
was saying before the game I did this, and he tweeted out saying, "Give me credit for
Because
it."
it was tied at half, so it was like it had a little
There's
bit. It had
some-
some
yeah,
legs.
Yeah, okay.
This
Okay.
Had some
fucking
legs.
fucking competition.
No, he's sneaky. He's a sneaky guy.
Also,
I
what,
didn't think
what about
he bullied us into
Brandon?
3 parlays.
What I do?
What about Brandon only doing 1,000? The one sport he's good at.
I don't understand the. I don't understand.
You said you only did $1,000 fucking prize for the one sport that
First
you
of all-
know.
Did you even win a month?
First of all, yeah, I did. First of all, suck my dick because I'm the one that got the money in the first fucking place.
Because you like college football.
No, because I thought for football season it would be good. I'm sure I'll get y'all some money for this, but Westy's like, we can't do this all year. So I'm like, okay, we'll let's do it in football season.
Penn's $1,000.
That when I hear things like that, I'm like, are you kidding me?
$450 million
I sit on
for
a
this
stream 4
company.
days a month betting way more than that every fucking day.
Also, Ben Mintz, like he almost lost an artery going to war for his parlays. If you tell him the last day while
That
he's in
bitch
the
didn't
league,
go to war. That bitch didn't go to war. I laid down on a bomb for him. I laid down on a grenade and I handed him.
Both of them
See,
laid
No,
down.
we, no,
this
no,
should
we,
not have counted.
no, we all got
Mintz.
bullied into it 100%.
Yeah.
Both of them laid down.
Ben Mintz
We all
turned
got
into
bullied
Matt
into it.
Foley like that. Can you imagine his reaction if he wins this month and you don't get him his $1,000?
Be unbelievable.
Oh, I can't wait.
I think you should.
I think we should all lay down and just let Mincy win. Lay down the sword.
Just so you gotta tell.
Yeah.
Guys,
I think that generally is going to change how I play today.
okay, I'll talk to Westy. I'll make sure it's
Well,
for
how
$1,000.
how far is that? What's the standing?
But next month
We
is
have
not.
two people.
Next month
three
is
people within like 3 points.
So everybody stop. Next month will not be for $1,000.
Why? Why can't you fight for the show?
Because I'm the only one fighting for the fucking show. I gotta go in front of.
We'll fight. Yeah, I'll
We'll fight.
Let's have Minty on. Let's have Westy on the show and we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Oh, Westy can't handle being on the show.
I would
Because
love
my
that.
point will be, how can I afford? They can't afford it. Like I'm saying, I'm betting more than my own fucking pen.
$1,000.
$1 billion fucking
Can we
company.
stop making the
We'll do
fucking
ad
company
reads
look
every day
bad?
for it too.
Let's just relax. I'll get the money.
No, I'm just saying that's like.
Fired up.
But I'm saying
You guys
to be
fired
like
up.
you can't afford it. I'm like, you kidding me?
I didn't say. Okay. Everybody, shut up.
That's what you said, and it wasn't you. What you was it was you quoting someone else.
I can't believe you just waited till the last day to drop that.
I know.
And you drop it like it was nothing.
Okay, all right, wait. I didn't think I was dropping it. I legitimately didn't, because I didn't get involved in you getting your money last month. I didn't think he got money last month.
You
I
know,
thought.
Wes-
He
Wesley
legitimately
gave it to me.
said on the air, I got the money, I'm putting it on Alabama +3. It's already out there. Right?
Yeah,
don't-
no, I did that. That was
Yeah.
true. I did do that.
Okay, I don't.
Of course,
okay.
lost. But
Okay.
Natural, but you said that.
I got
I
the
kinda
money.
remember that now,
No, I
yeah.
got it. I was given the money
Yeah.
last month.
Some of us pay attention
Everybody,
to
shut
this
up.
show
I'll get the money. I'll get your money. Okay.
for the entire 2022 year every month.
That's what I think.
Well,
Go, you
you
go in
know
there.
what?
fight.
You're a real fucking cunt. You know that? You just show up. You just show up and you sow discord. That's all you fucking do. You just show up in your fucking chair about 40% of the fucking time and make my life a living hell.
You gave me a
I was
60% mark
just
earlier. Now
no,
it's dropping to
no,
40
you
because
just
you're
show up.
angry at me?
That's all you do is show up and you just try to stir the fucking pot. Okay.
There is a reason why Penn can't afford it. It's because they already gave $10,000 to Brandon on accident.
That's bingo. Literally, that's the next 10 months.
Yeah.
He's eating off our 2022 budget.
I'd like to say that my wife loves her new couch and bedroom suits. So thank you to everybody that participated.
I mean, Ben Mintz, one thing. Thank God somebody isn't
can
here
we
right
stop?
now.
He's not going to win.
No, I
He's
mean,
not a
thank
winner.
God somebody else isn't here when that news dropped as well.
Who? Megan? Rico?
Rico.
He's never going to be close to $1,000.
Yeah, but I mean, next month is.
It's like me and Marty getting mad over it.
Next month is tomorrow. Should be a clean slate. $4,000. Some things.
Whatever. Okay. I got Stu. Stu texted me, asking me if my wife's going to be at the office Christmas party. What do you want to know for? What?
It's his birthday. Happy birthday, Stu.
Stu
Happy
should be
birthday,
all right.
Stu.
So announcement. Oh, happy birthday, the legend Stu Feiner. Happy birthday to Stu. Update: 3-day week for us. We will not be here Thursday. We will not do a show Friday. We will have, I believe, Kelly in Vegas in a chair tomorrow.
You know you're being swindled by that.
By what?
That's a setup.
What?
The
Saying that the office is closed on Thursday.
I
That's like a
don't
rumor.
know.
going
Like
around.
I legitimately.
I'm following Big Cat's lead. We're not doing the yak.
It's on the calendar.
Do you think? I'm just saying.
We're not doing
Big
the
T
yak.
sniffed this one out.
Big T can come in and blog.
Big
us
T is
9 to
miserable all the
4.
time. Big T just sits there from 10 to 5 and acts like he does. No,
But
I don't give a fuck what Big T
I've-
thinks about anything.
First of all, fucking Big T didn't sniff out shit. Everyone's here been here for over 3
Yeah,
years.
Jack Mack tweeted it out like a month ago.
I was like told control. I'm like, hey, I want to do Mush the Line. They like almost shit themselves. They
Also,
were like,
I'm gonna
no.
be real good and fucking honest with you. Okay, I don't care if it's a fake off day. If they're dangling an off day, I'll just walk right into that trap.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk into that trap and I'll be like, hey, you told me it's an off day.
Yeah, and then you'll have Dave Portnoy sitting out here with a desk and a stopwatch at 8 a.m. clocking who's coming in and coming
He
out.
ain't he gonna
Yeah,
come
he-
from
he-
Miami for this in a size
He-
4
he-
women's
he
leggings.
ain't wasting his
He's
days
done it.
on
He's
that.
done it before.
Yeah, but
All
he
you
wa-
people weren't here in the office when
Yeah,
you
but he-
stood at
Nick-
HQ2.
He wasn't on a
right
pitch count.
there.
He wasn't on a pitch
Fucking Nate hadn't been here in 4 months. He gonna show up to fucking
I
keep
didn't know the
attendance?
pitch count was public.
count. Yeah, no, he's talked about it.
Okay. That might be a good one to swing a fastball. Get the
Yeah.
office back.
Fire went off there.
So
I'd Uber in so fast.
Kelly,
Oh, you should have seen Riggs that one day. Like, Riggs was late because he was writing a blog about Syria. Like, I texted Riggs. I'm like, dude, like, Dave's here, like, just, counting heads, walking in. He's like, fucking this motherfucker. Like, does you know I'm writing a blog about Syria? And I'm like, dude, just get in here.
Kelly in Vegas will be here tomorrow. I believe Stu Feiner will be here Wednesday, and Kelly in who's the
Megan
other
Making
one?
Money.
Who's the other blonde? Megan Making Money will be here on Wednesday. So there you go. All right, we got our 3 blondes: Kelly, Megan, and Smitty. So they come occasionally.
I take that as a compliment.
You shouldn't. All right, Andy Reid, by the way.
I'm done talking about it. We talk about it way too much.
Andy Reid just keeps. Oh wait, whoa! Are you the new head coach of the New York Giants?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Yo, that video today was hysterical.
I loved
These
it.
teams got to quit faking
I
this
loved
shit.
it.
These teams got to quit doing
Him
this.
driving with the suit.
I
blazer
loved it.
on.
How about him just like not even parking, just like pulling up to the front door and just getting out in a suit?
He's the boss.
I loved it.
He's
His
the
car
boss.
was dirty. I fucking loved
And
it.
just a big guy like that, ball driving a nice, like, brand new truck.
All right, how does it work? Does he like call him from the turnpike? All right, I'm close.
Yeah.
I'm close.
No,
They get the
he
camera-
paused.
I think he was there already. And they were like, "You just give us a
Go-
do
He
us
could have
a-
do a
he
loop
could have
around.
driven up to the front door, like legitimately drive up to the front door, the car like 2 inches.
I even
away,
love the guy at the
and
door.
get
Give him a
up.
big firm handshake. He's like, "Welcome, Coach Dable." Give him a big.
It's a good hire for you guys, I think.
I like.
Great
it.
I like
hire.
the guy.
I like
I
it.
love it so far.
Well, you love Judge so far too.
Well, no, I was gonna preface. I love Judge, so I'll.
Man, this guy though, like
This is Big F.
that's
Yeah.
a football guy.
No, were you in when everyone put on the headset?
No.
We did a thing where everyone put on a headset who looked most like a coach, and I won. It was because I looked like him, and now he's the head coach of my football team. That suit is a suit that I would wear.
How do you like the dynamic GM coach now?
No, I like it. It's one of those things. Like I think the Giants now, like we've just been so bad, and there's part of this thing too where like I generally don't think it's possible to get worse than Gettleman. To me, he took a team that was sliding downhill and just ran it off a cliff. So now we just need to pick the pieces back up. The word is he's very in on Daniel Jones, that he genuinely likes Daniel Jones.
Okay,
But
well, you got to not like that. You guys were out on
No,
that.
I think you have to like
but
Daniel.
I don't
think he
hate
has
it.
to say
I don't
that.
hate it for this year. Listen, he's your quarterback. He's going to play this year. What are you going to come in and just be like, he stinks? Even if they didn't want him, I just don't think it's a great quarterback draft. So you play him this year. We're not going to pick up his option. So he's going to be a lame duck quarterback. If he's great, awesome. We give him a contract and we move forward. If he's bad, we had 2 big draft picks this year. We use them on like meat and potatoes guys.
So you don't
And
want
next
to
year we
turn
draft the quarterback.
your 18th or 19th, wherever you are. I don't know where you are.
No.
Your 18th or 19th pick into Matt Corral?
That is exactly how I feel about the Joan Hurts situation. Exactly to a T.
Just let him play and
It's the best case scenario for
Because
this year.
this is like legit it for Daniel Jones. If he is bad this year, gone. If he's good, we move
Jones
forward.
wasn't even that bad this year.
He wasn't,
No.
but he wasn't that good either. He was okay at best.
It wasn't his fault they were losing.
This is bad for
That's
your
true. The
your
defense
theory,
played
though.
hard though.
I have
That's
a
the only
theory?
thing I liked.
Yeah.
What's my theory?
Bad for your theory. No, it's like good for your theory, bad for us.
All
that fat head coaches aren't great.
Well, I
Like,
don't know if
Reed-
that's my theory, but we get way too excited over fat head coaches.
We do. But who are
He's-
they? He's fat.
He's fat. But he's
No, he's fat.
No, he's fat.
He's fat.
He's not
That's
like
a
Andy
big
Reid
jacket.
fat, but he's
stout.
fat.
He's stout.
He's fat.
But
As
I
far as head
think
coaches go, he's fat.
fat.
he's a bigger guy.
Who are
thick.
I mean, I don't know what
who are
y'all
the-
doing. He's fat.
Who are the
fat.
bigger head coaches
No,
that
it's-
are good? You got Reed.
Andy Reid.
Andy Reid.
Is that it? I mean, McCarthy, not really.
McCarthy's not good.
Patricia.
Bruce
Levin-
Arians
He
used to
was-
be. Bruce Arians
I think
used to be
Arians
bigger
is
than
a
he
bigger
was.
guy. I think Arians counts.
Yeah, but Arians is like
Him and
football
Dable aren't
big,
that
not
far
like big,
apart.
big.
Yeah, it's not. There's not many.
We haven't had a great fat coach in a while.
No.
Well, I'm trying to think through history.
Coach Duggarton, Gus Duggarton,
Yeah, phenomenal. Multiple-time national champion.
Rick Majerus.
I mean, Charlie Weiss. Like,
Yeah, he had a moment, I guess, but he was really a coordinator, and then
I mean, the hype of him going to Notre Dame was.
and then they had a couple good years, and then
That guy who coached at Kansas.
Mark Mangino, motherfucker. Mark Mangino was the fattest coach ever.
Yeah.
Not many fat basketball coaches.
Rick Majerus is the only one I can
Rick
think of.
Majerus.
Yeah,
And
I
you can't
mean-
say he was bad.
They got to move too much.
I mean, he was an asshole. But
Yeah, it's too much like
too much
activity.
and too much.
Well, football coaches stand and walk the whole game too.
Yeah, but I think there's a
They're
certain level
running,
of passion
yeah,
in,
they're
in
sweating.
basketball that's less in football.
Ah.
A little more downtime between plays.
Yeah.
Time to catch your breath.
no,
Yeah, but
big, no big baseball manager.
Basketball can sit for a lot. Football never sits.
But if you look at like head coaches, like they're pretty much always on their
They're
feet,
adamant.
which I understand they are in the NFL.
Speaking of college basketball coaches, Bruce Pearl needs to go up to Chris Mack and thank him for leaving because he just got a lifetime deal just because
Unreal.
of rumors, and he's number one, and Auburn's happy right now. Good for him. I love
He
Bruce
makes
Pearl.
more than
but
Harsin
Good for
already.
him.
Remember 4 or 5 years ago when they were going to clean up college basketball and everything? You had the FBI thing, and now Will Wade's still winning, Bruce Pearl's still winning. Like,
Kind of love
Hey,
it.
Bruce Pearl already he admitted what he did wrong.
oh, I know, but you think he's
He's a great coach.
probably still doing it?
No, he can't. He can't do it anymore.
Okay. Tom
Can't do it anymore.
Tom Brady. He retired, but he didn't retire. But he retired, but he didn't.
I feel like he's about to pop up on us.
Adam
Yeah, there's
Schefter-
no chance he retired.
Is Adam Schefter going to
There's
cheat on this?
Well, that's the thing. There's no chance he retired, and if he didn't retire, Adam Schefter should actually think about retiring
yeah, but I don't like Adam
or
Schefter.
take a self suspension
Adam
because you can't
Schefter's
get
one of
this
these
one wrong.
guys. Like, is he too big to fail? Like, even if he messes up, it doesn't matter.
Some sort of punishment needs to come
Yeah.
down. This will be the biggest announcement in football.
Well, did you see where they're claiming the theory is the leak is from?
Yeah, from his guy.
From his last, it's from his last episode of whatever the ESPN Plus series Brady's doing.
Yeah.
that hasn't been aired yet.
Man in the Arena is what the
That
series is
basically
called.
like something from the last episode got leaked and then he just like put it out there.
Regardless, whether he retires,
Which
or
kinda
not-
makes sense.
Whether he retires or not, Tom Brady knows exactly what he's doing, and he's letting this go
I
on.
think.
Yeah.
Can I say what I think he was going to do? I think he was waiting until Super Bowl week when media's all together and he could dominate the news cycle.
That's fair as well.
He's going to do a Super Bowl commercial about it.
That could be a possibility.
He did it when he left the Patriots.
I don't hate that, TJ. I
Yeah.
don't hate that.
Just have Stephen Shea promote TB12, or where the fuck that is.
I think that's what the main crux of this matter is. He's trying to get a deal where Stephen Shea promotes TB12 more, and if he can't get it, he's just whatever. He's going to have to keep playing, I guess.
Fair.
What else? Where are we at? All right, MVP odds. Anybody? MVP odds for the Super Bowl? Because there's two that I love. Are you ready? Who's the favorite to win the MVP?
Got to be Stafford.
Stafford is at plus 135. Burrow
Still good odds.
plus 220. Okay, so your two quarterbacks obviously are going to be up there. Cooper Kupp is at 6-1, and it falls off after that to Jamar Chase at 14-1. Boy, I tell you what, if you like Cooper Kupp at 6-1, you almost kind of got to also put in a Chase bet, right? Because there's a chance he goes off for 203 touchdowns. Now Burrow would probably get the MVP at that
That's
point.
why it makes it tough.
Cam Akers at plus 1,500. Aaron Donald, 16-1. And then Von Miller at 20-1. Here's why I love those. I don't know how they blocked the Chiefs so well yesterday. I don't know how they got away with it. And Joe Burrow had to run for his life. they're not going to be able to block the fucking Rams.
That's good.
They're not going to be able to block the Rams. And Donald and Miller. Like, Donald could dominate and Miller get 3 sacks and be the MVP. I like both of those.
I could see one of them getting a touchdown.
But here's the guy I like the most. At 5,000, plus 5,000, 50 to 1. That's 50 to 1, right?
Yeah.
Plus 5,000. Can you not see Jalen Ramsey with a pick 6 in this game? Jalen Ramsey's going to be all over. Joe Burrow's going to throw a couple that should be picked off.
Yeah, but I mean, this playoff specifically, the Rams D-line and pass rush has been eating, and the Bengals have been giving it up.
They have, but the D-line eating is going to help Jalen Ramsey's odds to get a pick. Yesterday,
He dropped the pick 6.
He dropped 2 picks yesterday. One was a pick 6. Like, he's going to be in position. I could see Jalen Ramsey winning this at plus 5,000.
I like where your head's at.
I think putting, $50 on this to win $2,500 is a great investment.
I like the random defensive players. Like, not even because obviously he's a star defense player, but not even going with like a Miller, like a Donald. Like, I liked it, like the random, like weak side linebacker.
Both these quarterbacks have shown the ability to throw picks.
Tackles.
But the only way it becomes a defensive MVP game is if the offensive suck. And I don't see that happening either. Like, if it's equal, both sides, and there's not a Ray Lewis out there, who they just gave because it's fucking Ray Lewis. Like, they're going to give it to Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford plays a little bit above average game compared to Aaron Donald and Von Miller eating. They still give it to Matt Stafford.
I don't think so. Because I look back at, like, the Larry Brown Super Bowl where Neil O'Donnell just threw him 2 passes, and he ended up winning. That was what?
I mean, different generation. You're talking 30 years ago. I mean,
Dexter Jackson.
This
happens.
They scored like 50 points.
This happens.
And KJ Wright.
And these two
that was also the Cowboys' third
Wagner.
Super Bowl in a row? I mean, they were tired of giving it to Emmitt Smith.
These two quarterbacks, there's going to be a couple picks thrown in this game, period. I mean, Stafford has shown he's going to do it. I think Burrow, it's not talked about enough, but he throws some picks too. So I like
putting a flyer on it.
It's a 50 to 1 shot.
I wouldn't call it a great bet, though.
As far as 50 to 1 bets go, I think Jalen Ramsey's as strong as it gets. That's all.
Okay.
That's all.
That's fair.
We don't have to argue about everything, every fucking thing.
Well, that's you.
You show up fucking 20% of the time, and you want to argue all the goddamn time.
Your hair looks good today, Brandon.
No, it doesn't. It looks like fucking trash, and I can't. I'm mad about it, and you know I'm mad about it. I've been complaining about it all day.
It's all right. The sweater pops.
My beard hasn't come in yet. It's just at this prepubescent phase right here, and I don't know. What's the first Super Bowl you remember watching? What's the first Super Bowl you remember watching? Mine, January of '86, the '85 Bears, 46-10 over the Patriots. I was 6 years old, going to be 7 in a couple of months, and I remember vividly watching Refrigerator Perry run in for a touchdown. They beat him 46-10. And I just remember thinking this was the most dominant thing that ever happened in the history of Earth.
How long ago was Janet Jackson?
Janet Jackson was 2003 or 4.
No, not even close. That was like 99, 2000.
No, it was 2003 or 4. It was the fucking
2000s.
It was the fucking Panthers Super Bowl. It was the Panthers Patriots.
I remember the
I
blue.
vividly remember it.
It was the Panthers
It was
Patriots.
99. I wouldn't remember.
It was 2003 or 2004, one of them. Which one did you guys lose?
We lost 2004.
So 2003. It was the one. It was Jake Delhomme. It was the Panthers.
Really?
Yeah.
Was that late?
I think the first one I remember is the Giants, the one that they got blown out by the
2004.
Ravens.
What?
Yeah, it was January 2004. It's 2003
I think
season.
I swear to God, I'm not gonna lie. I think I jumped universes then.
Yeah.
Because I was a freshman in high school.
You were very vehement with that.
Yeah, because I remember exactly where I watched it. I was a freshman in high school, which would have been the year 2000, and I watched it.
No,
Janet Jackson.
You didn't. You didn't.
That's where the universe jumped.
Yeah, you
Something happened. I'm like in a different timeline
You get
because the Mandela effect is strong
get
with
some
this
CTE
one.
or something.
No,
to
the
it?
Mandela effect is strong. I was in Tim Gregory's basement, and he didn't even go. He didn't even go to high school with us in 2004.
What were you doing in Tim Gregory's basement?
We were watching the Super Bowl.
I was at a First Baptist Church, West Point, Mississippi Super Bowl party, and I was with a deacon and the preacher, and we were looking up, and there was a titty, and I'm like, oh. I was way too excited, and they were like, they did not enjoy it. I enjoyed it.
It's a good boob.
Yeah.
I don't think there's. I mean, I think frankly we should have more titties at Super Bowls.
Go to Europe.
There's not any Super Bowl.
Snowflake.
Yours was the when the Ravens beat you 34-7.
Yeah, I can remember because I just remember my dad being really pissed off.
For some reason, my grandpa, big Giant fan, always had that. It was like he was on the team. He had that pinned up in his house, the score of the Ravens.
He want to be reminded
I
of it.
want to be reminded of like it was like it was
Baltimore
crazy.
material
I was like,
every year.
why do you have that? He goes, it gets me so fucking mad. I'm like, all right.
It was worse. I remember. I'm pretty sure the NFC Conference Championship game we won by like $1 million too, and then still got blown out.
Yeah, I don't remember. I guess I
I
don't
can't
know.
remember who they played.
I
just
always knew
remember
the
they won
like
big.
that. That was one of those foregone conclusion games. Like the Ravens' defense was just otherworldly that year.
Shout out Kerry Collins.
And you only scored a kickoff return, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. What about you? I don't know how old you are.
I'm 37. I remember
Like Bills
watching Don Beebe, Leon Lett, that one.
Yeah.
But I also remember, I don't know if this is before or after the Michael Jackson halftime.
I think that's after.
I
Maybe about
I
a
would
year.
say it's pretty close. 92, 91,
I think the
93.
Michael Jackson halftime was the Redskins, or what used to be the Redskins.
Yeah.
And I think it was.
What was Whitney? I don't remember.
That was 91.
I don't remember Whitney Houston
that-
singing.
that
so
was
the
after
Bills.
that.
That was the
right?
Bills
Bills
Giants
Giants?
2019.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was
yeah.
my dad was there.
Yeah, that was in Tampa. I remember that one vividly. I think Michael Jackson was the next year, or 2 years later, actually. No, the next year.
I mean, I want to talk about a fucking halftime performance.
Michael Jackson?
Oh, baby.
Yeah.
Bruno Mars still. They should have
Bruno Mars
do
is
it.
great. Well, I
They
mean,
should
Bruno
have him
Mars
do
is
it
essentially
every
Michael
year.
Jackson.
Who we got?
performing.
We got Eminem. We got a bunch of rappers this year.
Eminem, Dr. Dre. It's like a collective.
really?
It's going to be good.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I don't think it's terrible.
Yeah, Snoop. It's like a
Yeah,
bunch.
you
of
put
people,
Snoop
though.
Dogg in anything, it's
Yeah,
gonna be
Marty thinks he's the
Coolest
coolest
guy
guy in the world.
I kind of agree to that.
He's up there.
No.
He just fits in with everybody.
We're not doing this again.
We're not doing this again.
This and the Lions.
It's always the people.
is-
And for some reason, people. Well, I know why they attach him with weed, but
By
they
the
think
way.
only weed people can make it
Hey,
cool.
hey. Magic ain't that bad.
Yeah, they won that game.
That was a bad game.
Yeah, they won that game. I noticed they won last night. Too.
Magic,
Literally,
they're
I
like the
saw.
poster child for this. They really aren't that bad when they're they're not that bad, and they've got a terrible record.
Yeah, they're like 11 and like 40. But,
Yeah, but
because I noticed, obviously, I bet the Pistons I lost, and then last night just came across the ticker. They beat the Mavericks by 2 last night.
yeah, they beat a good team last night. Yeah, so well, I guess the Mavericks are okay. All right, we got to fill 10 more minutes. I was expecting a bunch of mince noises.
So I have
today.
something that Dan brought up that I thought was interesting to talk about. Do you think that the Kansas City loss yesterday was worse or better? I guess not really better loss, worse than the Bills loss last week. Like, which loss do you think is worse?
I think this is much worse.
You think? I agree.
They were at home.
I
They were
agree.
completely dominating. They had 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and were going in for a 4th.
Yep.
And just did a brain fart. And the second that play went haywire, they were done. They were done. They blew a 21-3 lead against a team that they outmatched completely in talent. Like the Bills blew it. Yeah, they blew it. But
But did they?
yeah, they did.
I see they blew it for 2 plays. I just think the Chiefs one's way worse because they blew it for a half of football.
Yeah.
The Chiefs
they just collapsed.
The Chiefs blew it over an hour and a half.
Yes.
The Bills blew it in a second.
2
Like,
plays. If they make 1 play, they win.
they fucked up. And
and the offense played unbelievable.
the Chiefs had 15 chances yesterday to just stop it, to stop the bleeding, to make 1 throw, to make 1 run, to make 1 tackle, and they just never did it. And that was a complete organizational failure. I think that's a much worse loss.
I
than the
agree.
Bills.
Yep.
But although if you're a Bills fan, you're watching that yesterday,
Oh,
you're
it's gotta be
realizing
devastating.
what you left on the tape. They should be in the Super Bowl right now.
Yeah, no, that's tough, really tough.
Um,
God, I hope they get back.
All right, let's do it.
let's fucking do it. What are we doing?
Extravaganza, payback.
Oh,
Ready?
All right,
Short
here it
and
is.
simple.
Here it is.
1 through 25, Chiefs.
Yep.
26 through 50, Chiefs over.
Right.
51 through 75, Rams.
Yep.
76 through 100,
Over.
Rams over.
Yep.
Rams ended up being 3.5.
Yes. Yep.
So what's the winner here? The winner for the people.
I think
Probably
the
Chiefs,
I think
right?
the Chiefs over is the most deserving.
Yeah.
It's on.
I mean, even
Chiefs over?
Even Chiefs. I mean,
Chiefs too. Chiefs too.
Yeah.
Chiefs too.
No, I mean, Chiefs blew it. I
But
mean,
to lose outright, you were 7-point favorits.
yeah.
21. That's the first one. That's
That's Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Chiefs. So if you
right.
bet
Chiefs.
you bet on the Chiefs, $50 on the Barstool
Chiefs.
Sportsbook, you get refunded
Chiefs.
your money.
I'm actually happy for the people because the teaser of the year lost, whatever.
True.
tough.
I like
It's not
those
good.
shoes.
Thanks.
I had Chiefs minus 16.5. So
Yeah, I am 20.
saw that.
I am 20.5 plus 400.
I mean, Marty. Okay, to me, the and I don't know if you're the same way. Obviously, 16.5. Throw that away. But this is one of those bets. A lot of times when I lose a bet, I'll be like, "That was dumb. Why did I think that?" I still think the Chiefs were kind of the right
So
side. I still think the Chiefs.
my theory was I
Yeah.
said the Chiefs are going to lose or
Yeah.
win by 40.
Yeah.
And that's
So
what
what's
it
not
was.
fucked up is this. I had a parlay that was plus 2,200 that would have cashed at halftime.
Really? What was
Yeah.
it?
It was like you tweeted it out. It was Chiefs minus 13.5.
Yeah.
I guess it wouldn't have cashed at halftime. If they
But
would have
you were-
scored, it
you
would
were-
have cashed
yeah.
at halftime. It was like Tyreek Hill touchdown, Hardman over yards. The only one that didn't hit was Joe Mixon 30-yard receiver. Like basically, I had my tweets ready to go at Ben Mintz.
Right.
Like once that would have cashed, and it's looking pretty good.
Football's over. You need to start getting into college basketball.
I know. I've been terrible at it. Did you see my Saturday? I don't know if y'all
No,
saw
I
it.
didn't. I'm just saying, last Saturday was great.
Went
This
1-9 in college basketball.
This upcoming Saturday is going to be unbelievable as well. $4,000 to get into Duke UNC, bro. It's crazy.
So we got Duke UNC. Who else we got?
The rest, look, it's Monday, you know.
You just told me it's going to
coming
be.
up on March.
Saturday's going to be unbelievable.
Oh, February's going to be great.
Coming
too.
up on March, and also this fucking lockout. Spring training is supposed to be right around the corner.
I love college basketball this year because it truly is wide open. Like Auburn, the best team. Like they're beatable.
They're beatable, but
no.
they're the best team. But did you see that fucking lady on FS1? She's recited everything that Coach Hurley said on our podcast, and she goes, I listened to this podcast, recited everything, and just couldn't remember the name of the podcast. And then she goes at the end, she goes, this particular podcast was very vulgar. I was like, that scumbag Jake.
And that was without Rico.
Danny Hurley got me going. I said fuck almost everything.
All right, let's do picks right now. A little extended picks today because we got to read through.
Couldn't talk about that Providence free throw.
Yeah, Providence.
Oh,
too.
my God.
See that
Thank
shit?
God I had 1.5. I was counting my blessings.
Because
Oh, my God.
we were recording and Jake had it up on his laptop, and
So
I
the spread was 2.5, and the guy goes
Yeah.
to the line for 2. They're up 2.
With 0.7 seconds.
missed the first one, not on purpose. It was
okay.
fine, and then the second one, he legit smiles, just goes,
Chest pass.
hits the rim. It's like
I
don't agree
believe
with
that's
you.
the correct basketball play,
don't
regardless
agree
if you
with
make
you.
or miss the first one.
I think,
But 0.7 seconds, missing it basically guarantees you to win the game.
but
how
if
can
you
they win?
But
How
if
can
you
they win?
no, but if you win, if you get the 3, you guarantee no loss.
But
There's
it's-
not a guarantee no loss.
But not really.
Yes,
If you
there
miss
is.
it.
You
I
can
agree.
still
I
get
think
it.
you lost the bet on the first free throw, not the second.
1,000% we did, but if you want to go up 3, so you can't lose.
It played out perfectly. Like, it played out like that.
Yeah, no,
Foul
but
played out
you
strictly
can't- you can't
wide.
be saying that now, but
you
I'm saying-
no, but it's different if there was like 2 seconds, but 0.7, there's nothing you can do.
Boys, we need to do the picks because we have.
But it's so outrageous. He just
we have a
chest
race.
passed
We have a
Oh
race.
no, it was
we have a
bad.
race.
It was devastating.
So let's go ahead and look at everybody's picks, the top 3. So I assume we have them. So Megan Making Money is up two units over Mintz, and then Mintz is up 1 unit over Big Ab. But it's all right there.
86 and 92 is disgusting.
Let's see what
20 games. Above
look at
500, I'm
fucking
in third.
Big Ab.
That's good.
That's awesome.
20 games. I'm in third.
Oh, you've been the best gambler on the show for a year and a month. Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
So it's a shallow pond though. Let's see Megan's picks. So Megan's going with 5 picks. She's going with Duke -5.5, Moorhead -5. I think that's a pick. Austin P -3, Eastern Washington +11, and TCU +5.5. So she's not.
She's also adding a parlay
Of course she is. Why can't we see it now?
because she tweeted it out 19 minutes ago.
Why are you guys all, not you, TJ? Why do you all say I'm adding a parlay later? Fuck. Put it all up there. Let's see what you got. See your fucking cards. All right. Let's see what Ben Mintz has. Ben Mintz
Here's
has.
Megan's parlay.
Okay, so she got Duke to win, Morehead State to win. Well, that's not an outrageous parlay either. That's +210. That's pretty standard stuff. Okay, there you go. So there you go.
She should. Didn't she bet all those straight too?
Yeah, she did.
That
So
doesn't make
why
sense.
would? Yeah, Ben Mintz. What we got here? We've got Notre Dame +5.5. Notre Dame to win the game +195. Baylor -14 and Notre Dame money line. Baylor -14 parlay +463.
Let's also call a spade a spade. Mincy's been. He's been
taking these.
Yeah, he's been
he's
taking these.
taking a knee
Yeah.
every day, and he keeps saying, "Wait till Sunday." And
Yeah.
it's still taking these.
Yeah.
He threw some out there yesterday.
Yeah, +7,000.
And then Big Ev, who's the third principal in this race, because me
Trying
and
to
Marty,
defend our guy.
Marty, and Smitty are just not in this. Although Smitty more so than us.
I think I was like
Shut
10
up,
units down the month I won, but
Speaking of, okay, so this is very non-aggressive here, Big Ev.
No, I think I was trying to think how to play, like if I should add more or not, but I might end up adding maybe 1 or 2 more. But being down like 3.5, like I just need me win a couple, her lose a couple, and you're there. So I was thinking if it was like 7-8 units, I'd probably be more aggressive.
I don't know, Big F. This doesn't seem like you. You seem like
I might end up adding more, but I think sometimes less is more. I think this might play in my favor.
What do you think, Marty?
I think he's playing. I think you're thinking too much.
I think you're thinking too much.
What do you mean I'm thinking
You're
too
playing,
much?
You're
No,
playing,
usually-
I'm playing how I
you're playing not to lose. You're playing not to lose.
No, I'm not
Usually
playing
you're
how I
like-
normally would play, which has been winning.
I don't think so. This isn't you. The 4 plays.
Like I said, I might add another play or 2, but I don't. Like I just think I'm only down 3.5. I don't need to go like berserk to win.
Where's my Big F? Where's our Big F?
What do you mean?
Look at this. Look at this peer pressure for a sweater hairdo here.
Where's our Big F? Sweater hair. Like
Like I said, I'll probably add more plays.
All right. I don't know why, but me and Marty. Oh, Smitty hadn't had a bad month. Go ahead, Smitty. This is how you play it, right? Goddamn, Smitty, you're a pussy too.
Well, there's a reason. There's a reason. Embiid was ruled out like 20 minutes before the show. I was very heavy Sixers tonight, and because of that, we're anti-Sixers. Grizzlies -3.5. That line's going to go to like -7 before tip-off. And then you got 2 plays. I will be adding more.
All right.
I will be adding more.
Marty.
I got Duke -5.5 for a lot tonight. GPS will let you know if Jimmy Butler plays. Colgate -8.5. I think I like Penn State +5, but I'm on Iowa -5. West Virginia +14.
All right, and me finally, we have got the Grizzlies -3.5, Pels +7.5, Raptors money line, and Kings +5.5. It's kind of an underdog day there in the National Basketball Association for me, as I am still scared of college basketball because it wore my ass out on Saturday. All right, good show. I guess Mintz will be back tomorrow. Kelly in Vegas will be here tomorrow. Wednesday, Stu Feiner. Wednesday, Ben Mintz. Wednesday, the other blonde girl, Megan. Sure. The Yak is up next.
God, Mitz is gonna have a seizure if this money doesn't come through.